guys, it's TJ with Texas Digital Gaming. Today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the community editor. Now yes, I have done one of these a long time ago. It's very outdated at this point. The editor has received several updates and it's deserving of an all new video. If you have used the editor before, but it's been a while maybe since you've gone back to the Discord to download a new one, this will have some new updated features on it that you are not familiar with. Or if this is your first time trying to take a look at it, this will also help you too as a basic walkthrough. Now, just as an FYI, I will be also putting out some videos tomorrow, possibly later today, that's going to be on skill stacking for characters and traits to make them more OP. Also, I will be putting a very short 2 to 3 minute video out sometime later today on how to do a basic 1000 round magged weapon with full attachments and max durability and stuff like that on it. But for now, let's get into it. So once you go to the Discord and download the community editor, which I already have a video on the basic walkthrough to the Discord, I will link that in the description below. Once you have that here and you pull it up, you're going to see this basic home screen to it right here. This is going to show the 3 saves that you have coinciding along with your game, as well as Heartland if you own the DLC. And over here, community 1 is going to be this is going to be your active community that you're using right now. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. Now this will bring you to the community tab. Now here you can change or edit the day survived, nightmare day survived in case you're trying to get that 100-day achievement a little faster, how many gravestone markers are showing on your game, as well as any resources that you wish to edit, influence. 9999 is the highest it will show, as well as your community name, which you can edit right there. On this side, you can change prestige. You can unlock all Daybreak items if you own the DLC, unlock all outfits, as well as complete all bounties. You can unlock all legacy boons if you have not already done so. Now up above that, you have unlock all radio calls. This will unlock a large quantity of radio calls for you. Most of them have to do with vehicle drops, but there are some other stuff in there too that I'll let you explore and kind of have fun with on your own. Removing all radio cooldowns. This is not a permanent removal. This will just remove anything that's currently on there. And of course, unlock all map icons. It'll say map locations revealed. This will show any play cards on the map, as well as vehicles and enclaves. You can also change the time of day. It is a 24-hour period that it goes by. At the top, you'll also see stuff like settings if you want to go to light or dark mode, as well as sorted inventory. This will actually put everything in alphabetical order. Now, we'll come over to survivors. And like I said, I will be doing a separate video for some of this stuff, so I'm not going to go into everything on it now. I'm just going to be doing the basics of the tab. Now here you have main community, legacy survivors, and survivor library is not active right this second, but it will be in a future build, so just check back with that. You can export or import characters or delete that person completely. Now here you have your basic survivor persona, more or less. You can change their name, nickname, the character model, which is going to show you basically who you have. Like there's, of course, Cash right there. If you want to, now he's labeled as a salesman in this, and of course you have his many outfits. There's also Nigel, who we already had him as, and Lily is also in this. If you choose to scroll through and change to that character, you can hide that character's hat by default if they have one, or you can just change it to something else. Now, a lot of times the cap will not show in the picture, just to let you know. You can change the character's outfit, the voice. This has both male and female all together on it, so you'll just choose one, and if you press the little star icon here,
I hope there's some ass to kick in here.
It will give you a demonstration of what that character's voice sounds like. You can change them all the way from recruit to hero to leader here. You can change the hero bonus here that they will get when they reach hero standing for that character, or sometimes they'll even give you a community bonus. Builder type. you can add, remove skills here. Now remember that the 4 base skills for fighting, wits, stamina, and health, if you remove any one of those and do not add them back, you will get an error when you try to save and exit, letting you know that you're missing one of the core skills that can possibly break that character, or will break that character in the game. So it will alert you to that if you're missing one. But like I said, we will get into skills and traits in a separate video. Up here you have the current health and stamina, fatigue, trauma, infection, and that's just a stat for the zombies killed. This is the current traits that are on the survivor, as well as things you can add to them, and there are hundreds. You will also see things here like sometimes they'll be labeled as oops, or if they have, say, injuries, cracked ribs, whatever, that will also show on here too. So if you wish to heal that person, you can't just come over here and say, okay, I'm going to put them back at 100% health. You actually also have to get rid of whatever it is that's hurting them. Otherwise, as soon as you load back into the game, it will just instantly drop it back down again. Now, if you wish to make a character that's more OP, like this character here, this character has, I believe it's 190 or 91 traits, so it takes time. Now, the reason you would add these is because you cannot just come here and change the number and hope to increase the stamina or the health to OP status. You actually have to give that character traits that are going to boost their stamina or their health, because some traits actually do hurt your character as well. Now, if you have trouble deciphering as you're going through these, like you go, oh, I don't know what's, amateur boxer does, or whatever have it, so you can click on the strings, and that will be a little easier for you to tell, because this will actually tell you, look, it's linked to cardio, or if you want to specifically look for, say, stamina, you start typing that in, and certain things with stamina traits will automatically pop up. And anything that's a positive you want to add to that character. Do not mess with anything that says a descriptor trait unless you really know what you're doing as far as modding goes. The descriptor traits are basically what give your character personality. It gives them a story. If you start eliminating these, you're going to end up with a character who will just never speak, never have a mission, and is basically just, well, dead inside, let's face it. If you wish to bring a character back from the dead, you would simply click on that character, click revive. You would reset their health back to 100. You set stamina at 100 too if they're down a little bit. Fatigue, you can take that away. Take it away. There we go. Same thing with trauma. You want to limit any trauma they have. If infection is raised, you need to lower that to 0 also. Too many times people will come back to me and they say, hey, I brought this guy back from the dead who had turned zombie, and as soon as I loaded into the game, he instantly turned into a zombie again and tried to attack me. Well, that's because you revived him from the dead, but you didn't cure the infection that was actually killing him. So it's just something to remember. And always remember that do a few modifications at a time and then save. That's always the best advice we can give to people right there, especially if you're new to this. And no matter how many times you save, a backup will always be restored from that current point. So you can always come back to it if anything ever happens or you need it. Now from there, we're going to go over to inventory. And once again, like I said, we'll have a video put out probably later today for this one to show you how to do basic 999 weapons. But here you can also go to ammo, and if you need more of a specific type, you can actually change it to anything else. You can also look at your backpacks here. You can, of course, come over here to change item, change it to any other backpack. You can duplicate those items as many times as you want. And when you hit duplicate, you come down. I do have a large inventory, sorry about that. But you'll see that everything you create will always appear around the bottom, so it's easy for you to find. Close combat weapons. Consumables. This will include everything from first aid kits to stimulants, grenades, anything like that. Anything you use. Melee weapons. And it does give a durability factor here. At the current time, I don't think these values actually do work on melee weapons. But they should in the future. Just check back with us. And we're going to skip down to ranged weapons. And for here, you can select any weapon you wish. You can, of course, duplicate it, delete it if you so wish, or you can choose to, say, change it to a new weapon. You can scroll through and look. Durability for all guns, even if you're not going to mod them, I would always suggest changing to 1E9. And once you click off of it, it will make 1E plus 09. That's okay, it's the same thing. Basically, that stands for 1 billion, is what that stands for. So you're setting it to the highest possible durability in the game. You can change how much ammo is currently loaded into the weapon. And of course, you can come down and add any modifications you want onto it. This will include every attachment that is in the game for all weapons. So you can scroll down, go through, and put extended clips on, any sights or scopes you wish. It's all going to be down here. And here is especially where I would say, after you modify a few things, click save. Go ahead and get that done. And here you can go ahead and import or export your entire inventory. You can also see stuff that you've dropped on the floor, or what you have in the trunks of vehicles. Okay, now next we're going to go over to the Facilities tab. Now this will look different for yours. As a matter of fact, it'll look different for every single person out there. Not only does this show what is active on your currents, now not only is this going to show basically what your current map and community is, but it is only going to show anything that you already have built in your base. So if you wanted to, say, move your storage from being wherever it is currently to the garage or outside, wherever it is, you would already need something built in that location you're going to move it to. Because the only way that anything displays over here is if it's already built. This is going off what your saved data is. So if there's nothing saved in that spot, then there's nothing for it to display here. So even if it's something you don't want, a garbage location that you know you're going to change something else into it anyways, always make sure you build something there so that it will show over here. And of course, one of the things that everyone always has to ask about when they come to the Discord is the cheat building, which I actually currently have at an outpost, which you are free to do too. You can also change passives to outposts, the status of a building even if you wish to where it's currently being built or damaged, and you can attach mods. Now please note that everything that's on here will look different to you. This always depends on what base you're at, what map you're at, and is only going to show things you currently have built in that facility. So if you have empty spots that you have built nothing on yet, they will not display here as empty slots. It's just not going to show anything. This is actually displaying what your saved game tells it to display, so if there's nothing built yet, there's nothing to display. So if you have something outside in the yard that you want to put there, you need to actually build something else there first to swap to it. So say you wanted to create the cheat building in your own personal base, but say you want it where the parking spot is. That's perfectly fine. You can do that as well. Just please note that the parking spot will no longer function as a parking spot. Even if you see it there, you're not going to be able to, say, park there and deliver stuff into your storage. So, but what you will do is just click on that parking spot and then come over to where it says change to facility. You click on that. And this actually opened us up right to it. So there it is right here, the resource cheat building _C. You would just click on that, and that's that. It's there. Click on save, and it's ready for you. You would just go into the game, and it will be ready for you to use. You can do that with anything else here too. And this will also offer stuff from Heartland if you own the DLC. So there's nothing you can do that's really going to hurt your base at all, but if you do install something into a spot that won't fit it, you will get issues with, say, walls clipping through each other, or you might end up blocking a walkway that your character can't get out of, so you have to use a stuck command. So the best thing I can do is tell you to play around with it a little bit, see what's going to work, what won't, and what you like in your base and what have you on that. So after that, you can go over to vehicles, and on the map over here, you see the numbers next to the gray dots. The gray dots are, of course, all the vehicles on your map. And then if you, say, click on that one there, it will highlight each individual vehicle to show you the location of that vehicle. Now here, you can change the fuel percentage that's in there currently to, we'll put it at 100%. Fully heal vehicle will, of course, go ahead and repair the chassis and engine, or you can delete the vehicle completely. If you wish to change it to something else, just click on whichever one is you want to change, and then scroll through and find whichever vehicle you wish to change it to. Next is enclaves. Now this is a slightly new feature that's been added to the editor, so if you have not used it in a while, this will definitely be new to you. And there is still some stuff that isn't fully functional yet that will be in the near future, such as the inventory tab. But here you will see all of the enclaves that are currently on your map, and you can change their name. You can change their status with you, whether it be allied, friendly, neutral, unaware, cold, or hostile. You can also click on the survivors tab, and you can see each individual enclave's members. You can change their health, their trauma level, everything. You can also go ahead and change some of their characteristics as well if you so choose. You can also affect their traits. Like I said, as far as inventory goes, it's not functioning yet. Yet being the keyword. So then you go to map. And this is pretty self-explanatory. It's like any other map. You can zoom in, zoom out, and of course change the size of the actual dots if you wish, so that you can see them a little bit better. But just like the vehicle tab, this one just shows a little bit more information on it. So, gray is cars, red is hearts, green is infestations. I don't know why that, for some reason that word did not want to come out. Blue is dropped items that you may have dropped, and as you can see, I tend to drop a lot of stuff on the ground around my base. Black is going to be dead survivors. The orangish color is going to be enclaves, and yellow being secret weapons that you can go and discover, or secret cases, I should say. But that's going to do it, y'all. That is going to wrap it up with the ABCs of the Community Editor. It is a very powerful but very easy to use tool. And I want to give one big shout out to Heilos, the creator of the Community Editor. I have seen him spend literally thousands of hours staring at code and thinking of new features to add, fixing bugs, and keeping it updated every single month if Undead Labs kicks out an update that throws this one off. He has invested a ton of work into this and deserves a huge round of applause for all the things he has done for the community. Don't forget, we always carry an updated cheat table for Cheat Engine that is updated by our modder JD. We also have dozens and dozens of cooked folder mods for everything from jug mode to some new ones that we'll be showcasing actually in a video coming out here in the next day or two, something like that. But that will show everything from some of the new stuff that we are working on currently to stuff that is already out. And State of Decay 2 is a very unique game amongst the modding community because the Discord has basically cornered the market on mods here. There is not a single mod that I know of on the entire internet that is produced outside of the State of Decay 2 modding Discord. And we put those out there every single day, every week. Our modders are working hard to bring you guys anything you suggest. If it's possible and it's creatable, our modders will do it. And this is always free to every single person out there. There's no need to ever go to somebody that's selling mods. Those people are thieves, both intellectually and as far as copyright goes. Don't trust them. Account sharing is a big no-no as far as Microsoft is concerned, and you can get both people's accounts banned by doing so. Always go straight to the source and get them from us. You will never, ever be charged for a mod for a game from the State of Decay 2 modding Discord. Our modders work hard at keeping it that way, and they will continue to do so as long as people out there want them and need them. And that is going to wrap it up, I think, for this one, y'all. So until next time, this is TJ for Texas Digital Gaming. Out.